Hey guys, welcome to FPL Gameweek 18 team selection, and like always we're going to go and review the team that we had last week, the points, where we are in the league. But first, before we do that, Merry Christmas. This video is recorded on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to everyone. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed, liked, comment and watched the videos all year. Thank you. Obviously, we hit our goal of 250 this year. Then we tried to get the 300. We managed to do that. And the next goal for next year will be the 500 subs. So if you can subscribe, please do so. But let's get into FPL, guys. So like always, we're going to look at the team of the week last year. We was in Ramsdale in goal. Anne from Nottingham Forest got 15 points there. Hodgman obviously scored the goal against Manchester United. We do not talk about that. That was a disastrous performance from the United boys there. 3-0 loss. But he got man in the team of the week. Nico Williams, 11 points. Mo Salah performing out, saving us FPL. As you can probably tell by there, we got saved by Mo Salah. It was a dreadful weekend for us, really. But 21 points, double captain, absolutely cooked there. Sabitzer from Liverpool as well, 17 points. Rodgers, Aston Villa, looked like Aston Villa were playing a training ground against Man City. They absolutely walked through them like it was nothing. And that's crazy. Pep has something to do, otherwise I think he could get sacked. Murphy from Newcastle, 13 points. Gundes, 13. Isaac, 17. And Jesus from Arsenal with that hat-trick against Crystal Palace. 5 goals in 2 games. Played them in the league, in the cup. 5 goals. What a performance from him. Looking at the most transfers, ins and outs like we do. Isaac in. I can say we also follow that trend of bringing Isaac in. Diaz in. Gabriel Jesus, Madison, Rodgers. Saka is injured, so I'm not surprised. A lot of people will be selling him this week. Haaland sold, Pedro sold, Welbeck sold, Smith Rowe sold. So I can see we have brought in Isaac, we've brought Diaz in, we've brought Rodgers in, and we sold Saka, we sold Pedro and Smith Rowe. So we've kind of jumped on the transfers ins and outs this week. Looking at the points this from last week, 66, above average, but it was a dire week. And obviously you can say Mo Salah saved us with that 42 captain performance against that 6-3 against Spurs. In goal, Raul, 3 points, got a 1 bonus points, match minutes, so 3 points. Virgil van Dijk, 1. Obviously the 3 goals for Spurs. The first goal from Madison, terrible defending, and I would have been fuming if it had ended 4-1, but obviously it ended 6-3, so can't really complain. But that first goal from Madison, the defence from pass from Trent was awful, and that kind of cost us the clean sheet. Robinson, 6 points, clean sheet, and the minutes played, of course. Saliba, 5-1. Can't believe they didn't keep a clean sheet, but it's only 2 points there. Chelsea again, 0-0 draw. Absolutely stunk this week. Saka was injured, and he's probably going to be out for the rest of the season. If so, he might be between February and March time. He might come back, but unlike last time when he did get injured, and then played the next week, he is going to be out for a couple of weeks, guys, so do transfer him out before he loses value. And Enzo, again, nothing really, just a clean sheet and the points for playing. Up front, it was a desire stinker from all the strikers. Meaning on the bench, Pickford got 7, so he should have been in goal, and the rest of course, nothing really there. Minus is in the average leagues, minus in the Sky Sports FPL, but nothing changes in the league, thank God. On the Saturday we did drop down to 5th. We remain second in the mini league which I run, which is good. As you can see, Tyler kind of pulling away 56 points still. Had an amazing week from him. Match closing the gap slowly. And then a couple of changes at the bottom half. Aiden moving back up from bottom. Marcus into that 5th place spot. In the actual McDonald's League, again, like I said, we dropped down to 5th. We moved back onto the Sunday with the Mo Salah back up top, but it's only 2 points from 4th. Gilly coming up very close. But yeah, we got dropped down just from 2nd last week. And obviously the man on top has been there for a couple of weeks now, absolutely killing it up top. And I think that is probably out of reach. So it's going to be probably a Champions League spot this year for us. If we can, well, I say we've had 2 dire weeks. Hopefully we can bounce back on Boxing Day, which is the next game. So moving into transfers, we made it. Well, we took some points, really. I used the 2 free transfers for Dan Burn, from Conser to Dan Burn, and Rogers, Smith Rowe to Rogers, which meant we have some funds. Then, obviously, the news on Saka came out, and we sold him, which meant we got Luis Diaz in the midfield, making it a crazy midfield, but also we've upgraded the strikers from Pedro and Waza to Isaac and Chun. Now I do know Tyler's going to get mad. Chun is only going to be here for 2 weeks. His fixtures aren't great, however, he's got the United game, and as a United fan, we're probably going to get battered. So that is why he's in for this week. Maybe for the Spurs and the Forest game, and then this run of fixtures, we're going to transfer him back out. So he is only for 3 weeks. So obviously, it's just a couple of easy points to close that gap on Tyler. Isaac up top, which is obviously going to be the main man we have with some good, okay fixtures. Again, the Man United Spurs games, he can definitely get goals in those. And obviously, once Saka comes back in from injury, we'll look at the lineup. In the midfield, obviously, I did go with Diaz as the replacement for Saka. However, I was looking at the likes of Son, but I couldn't afford Son and have Isaac in the same team. Even with Chun would have been still at Wazza. I mean, we couldn't afford Son and Isaac. So to downgrade to Diaz, who has some good fixtures for Liverpool, and obviously Salah doesn't score, Diaz might be on the assist or the goals. That is the reason why we went for him. I did look at Maddison, and he wasn't too bad, but the fixtures aren't great. Forest is a good side at the minute. They got Wolves, which is a good fixture. However, they got Newcastle, Arsenal. So it wasn't the greatest fixtures. I was never considering Bruno anyway. The only other one was Son, Maddison, and obviously we're waiting for game week 23 to bring back, 25 to bring back Mbemo. So those are the changes for this week. There's Boxing Day obviously we still got 2 points in 0.2 million in the bank. We need a good week because Tyler has announced in the WhatsApp that he will be going for a triple captain on Salah against Leicester City, which is a good fixture. And now we do try and do this so that if someone does announce a triple captain, that you don't follow them. So my idea would be waiting for the double weekend in February. So probably this one where there's a double fixture because of the Everton game getting postponed. There, so you can see they got the TSB. They have announced it would be in February, I think. So that's probably when we're going to be using our triple captain. If not, it will be the Southampton game at home. on March that we'll use a triple captain. So hopefully Salah doesn't do anything for Tyler this weekend, which means the lineup will be Ray in goal, because Pickford, despite having a very, very good 2 to 3 weeks, they have Man City, and Raya has Ipswich, and you'd think Arsenal should get that done with a clean sheet. Dan Burn comes in, newly transferred in, and Virgil van Dijk, of course, Leicester, should get a clean sheet as well. So hopefully a clean sheet all around in the back four. Palmer, Rice, Leicester, Salah again captain. Obviously we know Tyler's going for that triple captain. Hopefully he doesn't do too much for the triple captain to push his lead ahead, but hopefully enough, maybe an assist might do to get 10 points, and then we're not too far off. The double up on the Liverpool 2 would be a good ideal. Enzo in, and then we've got the 3 strikers, Jackson, Cunha and Isaac. Now I was potentially interested in making the switch from Enzo to Rodgers, which is a not a bad shout. Obviously I know I brought him in, however I think he's probably best fixture is going to be next week, which is where we could play him, and then that game against Leicester and Everton should be a good fixture for him. FaZe is obviously never going to play. Robinson against Chelsea. Now obviously I think Aston Villa and Newcastle is more likely to be a draw than Chelsea, Fulham, at least a clean sheet wise. So this is the team we're going for. We're going to make sure we swap that back and save it. It's already saved anyway. So that is the team we're going to be running with. Like I said, we've had 2 bad weeks. So hopefully with this team can pick up the points and help us push back towards the top of the league for January the 1st. So that is going to be the FPL Gameweek 18, guys. Like I said, this is on Christmas, so I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone who watches this video. I appreciate to everyone who has subscribed this year. Watch the videos, where not even just FPL, but the career mode, the Hogwarts Legacy, the Minecraft series we did at the earlier in the year. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you after Christmas. Goodbye.